Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we get more details on Radiance and it does look quite interesting. So the first initial post is quite lengthy, but we do get some important details as well. I'm not going to read everything in the post, but I'll break down most of it. So, excited to share the details of our plans for Radiance, new competitive currency. We knew that. And the background, as discussed, we are introducing a new currency, Radiance, who will make up the majority of ranked rewards in our competitive modes. The goal of this currency is threefold: to make rewards in our competitive modes easier to update, to allow endgame players to choose which modes they want to play while remaining competitive, to allow for more accurate planning over the volume rewards distributed to competitive players. While introduction of Radiance will result in changes to ranked rewards that decreases the sources of currencies like trophy tokens, Radiance does not completely replace any existing currencies, at least for the moment. Glory, loyalty, and trophy tokens are more engagement-based currencies that will still have a place in the game. Trophy tokens, for instance, will still be available in the victory track. Just to properly set expectations, Radiance will only be available to those who compete at the top of the game, roughly top 100,000 players in Battleground, Alliance War, and Alliance Quest. So the first game mode that it's coming to is the Battlegrounds. In the Battlegrounds post I said rewards updates in AW and AQ will follow later this year. However, in order to do this properly, we basically had to work out what the rewards in these modes would look like as we plan Battlegrounds. So we are actually very close to having tuning for those done as well. I'm now anticipating the updates for AQ and AW by this summer at the latest, which is awesome because we finally get an actual AQ rewards update rather than just the raids. Update will amount of enormous rewards bumps in Battlegrounds and regular AQ, because AW and AQ raids ranked rewards have been updated pretty much more recently. Those modes will see more modest value increases, so obviously there will be a lot more agency over the resources summoners choose to spend this very valuable currency on. That is actually a very good piece of news, because the regular AQ rewards are at the moment completely worthless, because they are like 2 generations behind. They have just been updating the raids rewards, not Alliance Quest rewards. I'm expecting the tuning of the ranked rewards in store will lead to some pretty significant FOMO for players who aren't competing in these modes. To this, I will say we know there is a gap in our competitive ecosystem right now. I see this as a 2x2 matrix of Alliance versus Solo, PvP versus PvE vectors. Right now, one of those quadrants is empty, basically something next to Alliance Quest. Because Alliance War and Battlegrounds is PvP, players competing with players directly. Alliance Quest is just completing a quest, and that's players against, well, the game. In my post I mentioned we are working on a new game mode, that game mode will fill this missing piece of puzzle. Like AQ, it will focus on roster strength as the main driver for success, but it will be a solo ranked experience rather than one that forces you to rely on other players. More details about this mode can be expected later this year. We'll hope to see it be something very good. In the meantime, stretch out those thumbs, because I'm expecting for other 3 competitive modes to a lot more interest in competitive play. Radiance Store. So with that out of the way, let's get into the details. Radiance Store will focus on champion acquisition and rank up materials, but it will also feature consumables and other items. Champion acquisition and rank up materials will reset every 35 days alongside the Battleground cycle. Consumables will reset every 7 days. There will also be limited purchase items which do not reset. Some of these, like a mastery point and the Deathless piece selectors, will be available indefinitely. Other items will only be available for 1 cycle. These single cycle items will start to appear in the store later this year, after Radiance is added to the AW and AQ. So this is very, very good news to all the people who missed out on the Deathless pieces. Now you'll be able to acquire them without spending 5,000 units. And Mastery Points also huge news. The Radiance store is a premium store in MCOC. A lot of lower tier items will not be available. However, should someone for some reason want to spend Radiance on lower tier catalysts or allies, players will be able to exchange Radiance for trophy tokens to access the trophy token store. Store access and pricing. Many of the decisions related to Radiance were done with the ease of update in mind. For this reason, there is no differentiation in pricing between different progressions. Anybody Thronebreaker and above will have access to the full store. Cavalier and below players will only have access to the trophy token trade-in. Another factor is, as I said earlier, only roughly top 100,000 players will have meaningful access to Radiance. Since they are more than 100,000 well-earned players, we anticipate almost all Radiance will be earned by top progression, meaning building our pricing for lower progressions would have been waste of resources. A similar philosophy was applied to store pricing. There are some weird prices, and that's because we have set the store that pricing is entirely formulaic. This means no hand tuning of pricing, which means it will be much easier to update than our other stores. Because of the design discussed above, this store will be much easier to update than our other stores. Our goal is to do regularly, about 3 to 4 updates every year. I do not want to set expectations here though. More frequent updates will often mean smaller updates. Don't expect to see a large swing in price for most items. Store curves. And effectively, this is going to be kind of like a glory store, where the more of the same item you purchase, the more expensive it costs. Because some players will earn very limited amount of Radiance, some players obviously earn huge amounts of Radiance, and therefore they will encourage you to diversify it in between different resources, basically. So here we can see that it's curved up, where the initial increase in the price is fairly minor, and then past, let's say 5, it already goes up significantly. So you do not want to max out any given item per se. The store tuning. Open image in the new tab. Here we can see what is going to be available in this store, and it is quite crazy. Because, you can also get units here, interesting, but you can get tier 7 basic catalyst fragments, 6,300 times 10, so that will be a full catalyst there. Tier 7 basic catalyst, limit of 10, so you can get full tier 7 basic catalyst with this. Tier 6, tier 5, tier 4, tier 3, tier 6, relics, 7-star awakening gem shards. And again, this resets every month, so you can, grab some. 7-star signature stones, 7-star signature stone crystals, actual 7-star hero crystals, 7-star titan crystals, loyalty crystal, incursions crystal, crystal shards, titan shards, abyss nexus crystal, and then there is still, level 3 revives, level 6 boosts, level 6 health potions, all of the boosts. But here below, I can't really show it to you, but there is mastery point. There's Deathless piece selector and rare emotes. Deathless piece selector pricing starts from 56,000 and it goes up to 70,000, and you can get up to 5 of them ever. So 5 pieces you can get from that. And is quite extensive. And again, I believe this one basic catalyst is how much? 1 second. 125,000. Still 7 basic catalyst. Okay. 125,000. That's like the most expensive thing here, I'd say. What else we have that's super expensive? $75,000 is Titan Crystal. Mastery Point is also 125,000. I want a Mastery Point, but I don't want to pay that much for it initially. Okay. So, let's scroll down a bit. So, how much Radiance will we be earning initially? So, Battlegrounds ranked rewards. Radiance will replace the existing rewards for the Gladiator Circuit. The only things will remain from the currency rewards are the Idol Essence and the titles. Everything else will become Radiance. In addition to the Radiance, we have also added more ranks to the Gladiator Circuit and more spots to the existing rates, although these changes represent an enormous value increase for Battlegrounds ranked rewards. Celestial 1, 500,000. Celestial 5, 275,000. Also, Celestial 4 now is for top 20. So if you get to Celestial 5, that's 275,000. Mysterium 1 is 175,000. That's a significant change. And then Mysterium 3 is 150,000, which is fairly minor change. And still. So If you finish Mysterium 3 and a bow, from this alone, you can get yourself a tier 7 basic catalyst from Battleground Season rewards, basically. If you want to effectively use almost all of your rewards. But obviously, this isn't going to be the only source of Radiance. Summoners in each tier, Celestial 250. Yeah, okay. So they have increased amount of people in there. And Battleground's objective rewards. You can also earn 30k Radiance for completing these objectives, as in reach the Gladiator Circuit in week 1, achieve 100 rating by 2 weeks, achieve 200 rating by week 3. So this is to encourage people not to sit around in the victory track and farm points, basically. Other items, just a few things I want to say before I wrap up this post. First, the Radiance cap will be 600,000. We will reevaluate this cap after a few seasons have taken place, once Radiance is added to AW and AQ. Second, while I said earlier, this will not completely replace existing currencies, we are going to work to simplify them. To this end, loyalty will be returning to a currency that is used almost exclusively to buy AW consumables. If you want any of the champion materials currently available in a AW store, now is the time to buy them, as we will be removing them later this year. Don't worry, Unstoppable Colossus will remain. Who cares? We may or may not depreciate the loyalty shatter system. We will let you know once the decision on the subject is made. Closing. This is just the beginning of our plans for Radiance. Join us on our live stream, where we'll be sharing some more teasers for what's to come. Do you believe in magic? Oh, they're releasing magic. That's a magic tease. I know I do. And like many of you, I will be spending a lot more time in Battlegrounds in the coming seasons. I look forward to seeing you all there. Interesting. So that could be magic getting released? That'd be kind of bonkers. Didn't think I'd see that. So there's quite a lot in here. So the store is quite crazy with the stuff in there, because most of the stuff here has like the purchase limit of 10. Obviously the prices do go up, but again, up until 5, not by that much. For instance, instead of 125,000, it's 156,000. So the first 5 purchasable items are fairly cheap, so you can buy tier 7 basics. You can get crystals, obviously, and everything else. So yeah, no, this does look interesting. We'll see where it goes. Quite a lot of fairly big bombshells. I am absolutely excited that the AQ rewards will be improving very, very soon, because, you know, they will start to include Radiance too. Let me know what are your thoughts, and I'll probably have to make a follow-up on this. But I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about